hit every shot, I score every time. Frankly, me and winning couldn't be more intertwined. Bring your dog to the table, put it on the line. On a mission, gone fishing. I think I caught a vibe. That's just how I do. That's just how I do. That's just how I do. I go hard.
Okay, let me just like the question.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, what's up, guys? Welcome to Nick's YouTube channel. So this was a highly requested video and we decided to do it. So it's gonna be obviously a Q&A. So you guys get to know a little bit more about us as a couple. And so we went ahead and obviously posted a question box on Instagram so you guys could submit your questions. So we're gonna pick some of them. And yeah, let's get right into the video.
Yeah, you guys really going deep with some of these. Okay, this is a good one. Individual goals are necessary, but what is one life goal you both hope to achieve together?
Okay, so just to emphasize this, we are totally like, we didn't rehearse these or anything, so we're kind of just going in the moment.
We might argue, we might not.
Or we might struggle to think of something right away.
Yeah.
Like this, it's like goals together in the future, obviously, to build a family together, have businesses together, and just grow in every area of our lives together, like financially, emotionally, and ultimately also we're very about family. So our goal in the future as a couple is to make sure that our families are well off and to just kind of work hard towards that goal at the end of the day. Like, I don't know, what do you...
No, I agree. I would say all of that and travel some.
Yes.
Since I am...
You have a passport?
I have, my passport comes in 3 weeks. Just so everyone knows and can leave me the fuck alone now.
Yeah.
I have a passport on the way. But no, I think traveling will be fun. Something obviously I never have done. Not because I couldn't. I just didn't want to. But now that I have a passport and she's quite the traveler or likes to travel. Any downtime we have when we're done competing, I think calls for a nice little vacation at some point. Mm-hmm. Whether it's just us or, we do like a little family thing. It's just a nice getaway. I think it's always very important.
Okay, let's clear this one from the start.
Which one?
Eat as or have as ate. Is that grammatically correct? So, okay, let's make it like, I know he created a reputation for himself about ass. And honestly, it was funny at first, but now people go and DM me about it. Like, I actually get DMs asking if I finally ate his ass. So let me set this straight. I don't do that, okay? And I'm gonna leave it at that. So that's your answer.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I eat her ass though. We gotta deal, if we're gonna go into it, you gotta go all the way. Okay. So that's not her thing, it's my thing. I do all that side, she don't touch at all. And I know you guys are probably, oh, that was one of the rules. You gotta eat your ass. It was. But she checks off every other box and then some. So there's always exception to the rules, and that's an exception. And we'll leave it at that.
Let's move on.
You want to talk about that one?
Yeah. So the question is, you seem to move fast together and really trust each other. How did you build this so quick? So in that sense, I just believe whenever you find someone that you really connect with in many levels, I don't think there's a set timeline that you need to be like, okay, it's been X amount of months, X amount of years, now we need to move forward to the next step. I feel like if you feel it's right, and it's just about how you get along with each other. I know our relationship started off...
Pretty rocky.
Yes, it was very rocky. We were both in different places in our life that we were not...
Bad headspaces.
Yeah, we were not 100% giving each other the best of each other. So we still didn't give up on each other. So I think when you know, you know. There's this saying, like people say, when you know, you know. And I think that applies to us. And it it's just us going for it and moving forward. It just has felt like the right things to do, and it just feels right. So we just don't overthink. We kind of just do things and just go with it, because so far it's worked for us, and I think he can agree. We're the strongest we've ever been in terms of our relationship, and also like in many other areas of our life. And our families are very supportive. Obviously our families, if they see that something's off, they will tell you right away. Our families are on board with like our relationship, so those who care about you will tell you straight up. And everyone just seems like we just fit so well with each other. And that's another thing for us, and it's been so we wanted to stay away from showing these couple goals on social media so hard. Like I feel like many couples do that, into each their own, but we were more so of how good our lives are in real life, and then just share what we want to share in the moment. And it's not like trying to portray something we're not, because that's what I told Nick. I think that is such a waste of energy, and it's just so toxic in my opinion. So we kind of just post what we want to post, and at the beginning we didn't want to post, and we were just waiting to see if it was the right thing for us to just put it out there fully and be open about it, because we didn't want that external pressure or critiques to come our way and just completely tarnish what we had been building. So yeah,
We started really putting a relationship out there when we got here, right?
yeah, when we decided to make the move here, it was like,
Well, not the move, when we just came here. I think we really...
I think you just knew at that point,
Oh, yeah.
because you were scared a little
Of what?
of like fully committing, or like knowing, opening up.
I was. Well, you know, and that's because I'm used to being alone, right? So committing to someone, and you're pretty much changing your whole life.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a scary thought. You know, and then what we did basically was pretty much just move in together. It is a scary thought. You know, but when you know, and I think, you know, when we weren't in the right headspace when we first started this relationship, and knowing we didn't give up on each other, I think that's a pretty good sign that, you know, obviously this was meant to be. And like you said, we're here happier than we have been, and stronger than we ever have been. And I think we've been through more things than most couples will endure in a majority of the relationship. And like I said, I just think that has brought us a lot closer than ever, to be honest. Mm-hmm. That one?
Yes.
Okay. Does preparing for a show bring any challenges to the relationship?
You start.
Well, I can't. You haven't prepped yet, so I really can't answer it. That would be more so for you. But, I mean, it does in general, you know, as hard as it is on the competitor mentally, it's also hard on, you know, the person you're with mentally as well, because, you know, not that I was bad at this prep by any means, but, you know, you deal with the mood swings, you deal with the constant schedule, the OCD-ness of perfection every day, and I think it takes a toll on the significant other a little bit. That's why communication is very key. And, you know, one thing I think we do very well is, you know, whenever it's an off day where we don't train, we plan to find something to do with each other that is not bodybuilding related, which is whether it's go to a movie, walk around an outlet somewhere, sit at a coffee shop and just talk. And I think those things help balance out the prep of the relationship, so on. Yeah, you agree?
Yeah. I think when you go into it just thinking negatively, I think you're setting yourself for only looking at the negatives. Like, for example, he's days where he's feeling a little more quiet, and then you're like, well, you're mad at me. You need to know that it has nothing to do with you. Sometimes, because I've prepped myself too, so I know how it is. Also, I feel like if your partner has done the thing as well and knows the low points and like what you're supposed to feel, I think it's a little more, you can relate more and understand and maybe overlook certain things. But if you are, for example, in a relationship where you don't compete and your partner does, I just think you need to know that your partner, the relationship is going to suffer a little bit because that person is not 100% there, but you also need to know that anything that goes on, like they're quiet, they're moody, sometimes it's like not like them for you to take it personal. Like they're not doing it intentionally. I feel like it's just like naturally, like it's just normal for your body to feel that way. But also you need to remember that as a partner who is prepping, you need to know that you're doing this by choice, and those around you, your partner, your family, everyone you love and that loves you back, it's not their fault. It's a choice that you made to compete, and it's not for them to like just put up with everything that you give them, because that's also unfair. Competing is something that you do by choice, and you need to keep that in mind. So try to control it. I think Nick he's like my first relationship where it's like, he's a bodybuilder. I've never dated a bodybuilder, so I didn't know how this was gonna go. Especially because obviously they preface that gear makes them moody, they like anger management issues, and honestly, I've never struggled with that with Nick. It's all about how you control yourself, and just I think like people justify it a lot to just be rude to people or mean towards the person around them. And yeah, that's basically the bottom line. You just have to work with them, communicate, and if you're feeling moody, just be like, babe, give me a second, don't say anything to me, I just need my time. And that's what we do. And then, hey, I just step away and then just give him his time, because it's not my fault. He needs to have his moment, and I'll let him have his moment. And I'm sure it'll go that way when I do prep.
Well, that was another thing, right? Like this whole year is going to be prep. You know, I have the Arnold in 4 weeks. Then you're in prep now.
Yeah.
For a show in July. And then as soon as you're done, I'm back in prep for the Olympia. So it's going to be a year of prep.
Yeah, lots of adjustment.
You want to do that one?
How did you meet? So the first time I saw Nick...
Full backstory.
Yeah, so this is before officially talking to him. I competed at the 2020 Olympia Amateur, and obviously I stayed for the week, and I went to the show. Did I see your finals? I think it was finals for prejudging.
No, finals. It was finals for 212 because I was there for Sean, but it was prejudging for the Open. Okay.
So obviously I was in the audience. I remember I was with Val. We were together watching the show. And then there comes Nick, sits next to me. I think he were with like other friends, like 3 other people, but he sat right next to me. And I knew who he was because honestly that's where he started like to come up. And obviously back home in Canada, he was like, people were bringing you up quite a bit. And Val actually used to follow Val, and she followed you back. So Val knew who he was. So I didn't know, like he didn't follow me or anything. So I was like, I don't think he knows who I am. So I didn't care anyway. So I just thought he was very arrogant. And that was the thing about Nick. People used to think he was cocky, arrogant, and just like completely like a bad character. Stop burping. It smells like beef.
I did have steak.
Okay, so
Mega fit steak, by the way.
My first impression of him.
Code Mutant.
Maria. Maria. You made me lose train of thought. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought he was like completely arrogant because I was sitting, obviously there was my chair, and then he had his chair, but obviously because he's so wide, he just thought it was okay for him to just like completely take up my chair space. And so I had to move over closer to Val because he was like completely taking up my space. But you think like anyone's gonna be like, hey, like, sorry, like I know I'm a little big, sorry if I'm like maybe touching you or in your space. No, he didn't even look at me or acknowledge me. So I was like, okay, well, that's not cool. I guess this confirms that he's like all cocky and arrogant and all that stuff. So anyway, that was the first time I came into contact with him indirectly because he didn't even look at me. So then fast forward to 2021, August, he's laying in my DMs. But this was like like I was still in a relationship previously, so he found out, and honestly he stopped talking to me.
Yeah, make it note, I ain't a scumbag.
No. That honestly spoke volumes about him when he did that, because I've had very like a lot of guys just keep trying, and it's just like, okay, clearly you don't care. That just says nothing but bad things about you. So when he did that, I was like, okay, I was actually impressed. It's the little things. And at that point, my previous relationship was downhill, so it could have given me chances to, like, especially nowadays, to start talking to someone else. But I'm someone who respects the other person. I will never like lead into cheating or talking to someone even though the relationship doesn't work. But anyway, then obviously that relationship ended like a couple months later. And then I saw Nick again at Olympia 2021. Obviously I was competing. That was the last year, not the year before, 2023. And I saw him at the gym. He was like one day out from the Olympia. I was working out. I was there with HT Muscle, and it was the first time I went up to him. I said hi. We hugged, and then that was it, because he was like one day out, fully not there. I don't think he even remembers that fully. And then we kind of started talking from there. And then February, I went to see him to Florida, and I was like, here goes nothing. So, and then everything started then. Today's exactly 1 year. We're actually doing this, our anniversary.
Anniversary couple Q&A. That's what we'll call this.
No.
What?
That's corny.
How come everything I say is corny?
Because it's you. I'm kidding. Pick fast.
There's a lot.
When is the ring going to be on my finger?
Are you putting me on the spot?
No, I just read that was on topic.
Because you read the question out loud, so now it has to be answered.
But there's a lot like that.
There's something being planned. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything because she's sitting here. There is something being planned. And we'll leave it at that.
Do you get bored of each other? No. Even though we have such a like simple routine.
We know how to entertain each other.
Yeah, I annoy him a lot. And
yeah, I wouldn't say bored, I'd say annoyed maybe.
You annoy me too.
Oh, it's okay. But we're never bored.
No. It's always a good time.
Yeah, I mean, we know, like, there's always something to talk about with us. You know, even when I am quiet, getting closer to a show, there's always good conversation.
Yeah, like, how was your cardio?
And I think we're both, sometimes that could lead to a good conversation about types of cardio. But I think we're both also the type that don't mind just kind of putting a movie on and sitting next to each other and not speaking at all, to be honest. I mean, I think for us, it's just about being together more so than anything.
Mm-hmm.
10 Olympias, but you'll never have kids or retire now and have a family with Maria. This is true. Plans do change as you get older, but I plan to win as many Arnolds and Olympias as I can before me and her decide to have set plans.
Like kids?
Well, yeah. Your girlfriend's favorite cheat meal?
Burger and fries.
I was actually going to say sushi, but you never have it because I hate it.
I haven't had sushi in at least like 6 months.
Sushi
That's so not like me.
It's gross.
It's so good.
Gross.
I want some right now.
Yo, I know you love movies, but what's your favorite show to watch together? So, right now, oh shit, what's the show called? The Last of Us?
Yeah.
We were watching The Last of Us. I actually didn't know if she was going to like it or not, so I was kind of like, oh. Shit.
I like it.
But she wanted to give it a try, so we watched the first episode. I already watched it. But she thoroughly enjoyed it. So now we watch it every Sunday when the new episodes come on.
That's actually what I love, like what I went to school for. Infectious diseases.
Oh, yeah.
And like basically epidemiology, so maybe I should do a get to know me first with you.
What?
Get to know me.
Yeah, we should do that. Best go-to breakfast. This is vague. Is this like a restaurant or like would I make it home?
Well, in Vegas, if you're in Vegas, you need to go to, what's it called?
Sunny side up.
Sunny Side Up. It was actually Jay Cutler's recommendation.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you. That was really good. Breakfast is like, stop. And if it's favorite breakfast, I like a good toast. Has to be either sourdough or rye. And
You
then
like it? You like it burnt to the crisp?
No, I don't. That's so annoying. I like it crispy. And then like toasty.
Black, toasty black, burnt. Don't even look like sourdough anymore.
Okay, shut up. I lost my train of thought again.
You like toast?
Oh, right. I like home fries, and then we like the skillet. It's the Mexican skillet.
Yeah.
It has home fries.
It's healthy.
Grilled chicken. It is. It has like an adobo sauce. It's like creamy and rich. And then what else do you get in there? Like obviously cilantro or parsley. I don't know what it is. But and then egg whites. I really can't eat eggs, so I skip on that. But other than that, it's like super good.
Yeah, it comes with whole eggs, but we swap out for the
Egg whites.
egg whites, and then on top of that, we'll pick like
Pancakes.
a big pancake that we like and try. What's some, we didn't like we like the strawberry one the most, right?
Yeah, we had strawberry shortcake, and then we got apple.
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
I like the apples. Which one?
Here you go. Favorite body part of each other. What's your favorite body part? Everything.
Favorite body part? Well, body or face? Does your head is
The body.
Your body?
Favorite body part? I don't know.
But your body includes your head.
Yeah. Okay. Everything.
Okay, your eyes.
My eyes.
What do you want me to say? Your biceps?
That's it.
Your eyes. And your smile. That's my answer. None.
I got all this muscle for what?
Obviously, that it's an obvious thing.
Okay.
But if I were to pick like your body, your forearms.
Yeah, pretty nifty.
Yeah.
So okay, me, I'd pick your lips. I like your lips.
I want lip injections.
And I would actually say your smile too. I know that sounds cheesy, picking the same thing, but I always loved your smile.
Good.
Yeah, I don't want to get too perverted. We have family that watches this.
Well, now they're gonna see the other question that we answer first.
Yeah, but that had to be answered.
I know. My poor mother.
Rather train together or separate?
So we actually do train together very well. I feel like we just get down to business, and then obviously I'm also a personal trainer, so I kind of know how to keep the intensity going in terms of sometimes he'll let me take over, sometimes he'll take over, but obviously the weight difference is the only annoying part, especially when we're doing legs. It's like 8 plates aside, and then we gotta take off 6 because I can only do 2. But there are days where we just want to train on our own, especially as my prep starts. My split is a little different. Yeah. It's not so like his. So during the off season, if I'm in the off season, we have a little more fun. But I feel like now it's more like focused, like goal focused.
Well, for you now, yeah.
So we do either or. We enjoy both. We don't mind if we're alone or if we train together. Yeah,
no, I mean, since, we kind of train around the same time, if she needs me for, a spot or vice versa, that's, we help each other. Fave massages that you guys give each other. Exercise. Example, guys like back rubs.
He likes his, it's in the room.
Yeah. She likes the Celsius Theragun.
And for him, he loves when I just scratch his head and massage his neck. That's it.
That'll put me to sleep.
But then when I ask, I just get
No, don't go there. I do it.
It's not good.
What? Is bad?
No, it's good.
I do bad?
You just got big hands and just like, It's not soft.
Well, now you made me insecure. So now when you ask, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, well, you just made fun of me on camera. So
He's
now,
still gonna do it.
no, I'm not.
He's still gonna.
Who made the first move?
You.
I did. Yeah, I slid in the DM first, and I said, "Oh, well." At the time, I said I'm gonna make her mine. Watch, and here we are. A year later.
That sounds conceited.
No, it's confidence. You speak it into existence, and that's what I did. And here we are. Together. No question. You both are cute and perfect together. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
So extra.
Does the body size difference between you two ever become an issue? That's more so for you, I'd say.
Like, in what scenario? Okay, well, there are many scenarios, but I honestly, before I went to see him, yes, I was wondering that, but no, it doesn't, to be honest. I'm very small, but I don't know, I think that's the interesting part about it all. He's so big and so small.
It works.
It works.
It works. Oh, here's a good question. What irritates you the most about each other?
I hate, because he loves to chew on ice. I hate, okay, so my biggest pet peeve is just loud chewing. And
I like ice.
he likes to get iced coffee, and then he gets lots of ice, and then he starts to like chew it. And he gets like a full cup of ice.
Well, let's be truthful. I don't get lots of ice. It's just the ice that comes with the iced coffee.
Yes.
I don't ask for extra ice.
It seems like you know you like ice.
I chew what they give me.
And then what about you?
Nothing, you're perfect. Move on.
That's such a lie. Say it.
What?
You need to answer these questions.
No, it's going to start an argument.
No, it's not.
Okay, I think what irritates you the most, irritates me the most, probably how defensive you can get very quickly.
Yeah. I am very reactive, and it's something that I'm trying to work on.
And I'm a jokester. So she has to learn to be less sensitive. I have to learn to be less jokey. Is that a word?
It's jokey.
Jokey?
No.
Less joker-like?
You have to stop being a smartass.
Favorite places to eat in Vegas?
We honestly haven't explored a lot.
No, we go out to eat, but we kind of just go to the places that are kind of in every state.
Like
Like-
the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, it's a must. We did go to Carmine's once. That's not everywhere. I like Carmine's. We just kind of ordered too much food. And I probably ate about 40 pounds of steak. And you ate
Ounces.
You ate like, oh yeah, ounces. You ate like 5
He ate 40 ounces of steak.
at least. And it was rather delicious though. We go to Shake Shack.
Yeah, that was really delicious. I paid the price when we went to bed.
Yeah, I was gassy that night.
Horrible.
But the food's good. The only thing that sucked was the Caesar salad because they got anchovies in it. It totally ruined the salad for me. So, but the steak was good. The pasta was good. The bread pudding was good. Wait, bread pudding?
Yeah, that was the breast. The breast.
The breast?
The best.
It was the breast brown pudding I've ever had. Get your mind out of the gun. What do you guys enjoy most about the bodybuilding lifestyle?
Nothing. I'm kidding.
I think for me it's just structure.
Yeah, same.
I like to be structured. I think I do really well when I have a good schedule every day. I get up at the same time every day, train at the same time, eat at the same time. I just think I thrive off more of a structured plan.
I agree. It creates a less stressful life, in my opinion. More organized. I don't know. You feel better about yourself.
That I agree. Any tips how to find a nice woman? For Nick.
Yeah, tell us. Please enlighten us.
I don't know. I got lucky. We'll leave it at that. Have you ever thought about quitting? If yes, why? No, what motivates you to keep grinding? Truthfully, yeah. I mean, last year, I honestly wanted to quit with a lot of things mentally I was battling. I didn't know if this was going to continue. And when this prep started for the Olympia originally, I didn't even think I was going to make it to the Olympia with how, my mindset of everything was. And I think that was just more so on me than anything. I had a lot of things that I had to fix and get in order. And once I did that, I started to feel more comfortable, I would say. And then honestly, once me and her came to Vegas, I just started to thrive. I don't know why. I can't really explain it to you, but it was like everything just kind of went full
fell into
force.
place.
But at the end of the day, I don't think I would have actually quit, to be honest. I just think we all have these certain moments, because it does get hard mentally, and I think we all just go through those moments where we're just kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore. But you realize how much you love it, and you're probably not going to stop for a long time. And I enjoy it. I enjoy competing. I enjoy prep. I enjoy getting on stage. And I know when the time comes to walk away, that's going to be probably a hard moment for me. But I'll walk away at the right time, meaning I'll know that I have succeeded in every aspect that I wanted to and achieved every goal. And even though it'd still be hard, I could walk away happy. Is that a one-way question?
Well, have I ever thought of quitting? Yes. Why? Well, honestly, this applies to a lot of areas. When I was in school, I wanted to quit. But honestly, you just have to remember that you put yourself in that situation and you have a goal in mind. And honestly, sometimes you thinking about the final outcome may make you hate the journey to get there, because you rush into getting something so bad that you're missing the entire moment of being present. So I feel like you just sometimes have to take all your emotions in, let them sink in, dissect them, and then just move on. And let every meltdown or every time you fall to the ground just be another reason to get up stronger. I know it sounds very cliche, but at the end of the day, you just have to remember that you still haven't reached the maximum potential of the best you. So even when you want to quit, there's more in you, because your mind will give up before your body does, especially when it comes to competing. But this applies to any area in life. So yeah, just get past it. Have your pity party and then just move on. Best thing you like about each other?
You first.
Okay, well, about the way you are, I'm guessing.
You're the one reading the question.
Well, it says the best thing you like about each other.
Okay, what do you like about me?
There's a lot of things, but I think I like your drive the most. And the way you carry yourself in this industry especially is very admirable, because most people are very responsive and reactive to things that are said about them, but you kind of just use that as fuel to work harder and to show them that you can do it. I think that is one of the qualities that you have that I like the most. Because I would personally handle things different.
Yeah.
And that would cause more issues. And I like that you kind of stay quiet, because silence is louder than words, because your actions speak louder than your words.
I think for me, it's how big your heart is. I think you have one of the biggest hearts on a person I've ever met. You're very caring. You like to make sure everybody around you is taken care of before you're taken care of. And that's something I admire hugely about you. But you need to put yourself first sometimes.
I know. I was going to say that's one of my biggest weaknesses.
It's a weakness, but it's very admirable.
Yeah.
Because you're not really selfish at all. which it's okay. In my opinion, in life, it's okay to be a little selfish.
Yeah. Okay, most important thing that you have learned so far from each other.
Important thing, communication.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things we lacked in the beginning of our relationship was communication, and I think that has improved drastically over the course of the year, which I think has improved the relationship drastically. So I think that, in patience as well, considering we were distant for a very long time. So having that patience, especially of not giving up on each other, I think was something that needed to be learned from the both of us.
Yeah. And the one that I've learned, well, I'm just gonna say, yeah, definitely communication, because I sometimes just like bottle up everything or kind of interpret things my way rather than making it clear or maybe talking it out and just drawing conclusions that can lead to more tension in the relationship. So just bringing things up, and if something bothers you, bring it up without causing an argument or making it a conflict. Because that's the main thing that we had an issue with at first, but then we learned and then made things so much easier. Mm-hmm. We were literally arguing about
everything.
An in-depth of how did you know Maria was the one that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with, or in this case, that you wanted to be with?
Well, I mean, in the beginning of the relationship, I kind of didn't. I mean, I'll be honest. Like I said, we were both kind of in a weird headspace, so we really didn't know what was going to happen. I think what gave me the for sure sign was when she came to Vegas, truthfully. Even leading up to that, I kind of knew, but when she came to Vegas and we decided to stay in Vegas, and seeing how supportive she was, and even though things didn't get hard, but just seeing how supportive she was every day, and work, and us kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Compromising? Like not being so stubborn.
Yeah, finding like common grounds to like.
Yeah, the common grounds. We both had to take different steps, so to speak, and just kind of realize like this is who we want to be with. This is what I have to do to make it work, and this is what she's got to do to make it work. And we made it work, and that meant a lot for me, as I'm sure it meant a lot for her. And here we are.
Yeah. How many children do you want?
2.
2. And 3 dogs.
That wasn't part of the question.
Okay, to end this Q&A, because we don't want to make it any longer, how do we deal with social media and basically the comments, the outside world, individually and as a couple? How do we deal with it, and how does it affect our relationship? What do you have to say?
We don't let it affect our relationship.
Okay, so how do we deal with it?
We laugh at it.
Okay.
What we do?
Okay, we just we basically just accept the fact that some people's comments may be a reflection of their own life,
their own depressive life,
and that's it. Because again, like we said this before, we are trying to be happy and the best that we can in real life rather than putting up an act for you guys. And if many of you may have good things to see or bad things to see or whatever you guys want to see, I feel like it's a reflection of who you are inside, and how you feel inside. So we don't take it serious. Some comments may get to me here and there, but honestly, I don't care anymore. The more I am exposed to it, the more I learn that it's not me, it's them, right? And I think that's how we deal with it. And another thing that we do is we try not to, I call him out when he's like intaking way too many things about social media that people talk about him or things like that. I call him out because honestly, hearing things about him that may be true, may not be true, or predictions and all these things, it kind of like, it causes me stress. So I call him out because I know subconsciously he might be adding more stress to him. So I think we just call each other out in that sense when we are scrolling too much on social media or hearing too many comments about like one another.
Balance.
Yeah, I think it's just about
Balancing each other.
taking care of that person mentally as well and being there for them emotionally if they need a word of reassurance. But yeah, that's it. We just want to, well, I personally want to say thank you for all the support that you guys give us as a couple, to Nick and to me, as I obviously like embark on this prep for this year. I know many of your followers have become my followers and supporters, so I really appreciate that, guys. And yeah, that's it. We just want to show you the real raw relationship here, and that's what we're doing, while still keeping things private into ourselves, because there are levels to putting your life on social media, and I feel like we're just trying to find that balance while still sharing with you. And yeah,
And that is it.
that is it.
Hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. Like, subscribe, and again, let us know what other content you guys would like to see in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time.
Cut.